Right, this week we are back with Mokhul, episode 13. We're 13 episodes down. We've just had a jolly laugh and a load of Discord problems, but finally we're here, albeit a little bit late.
Yep, that's courtesy of Liam and some other things going down.
Right, so let me explain. Curtis's camera doesn't work, Adrian's camera doesn't work, but we found an awesome loopable video of Adrian when he dressed up as his character a year ago. So we're just going to loop that over and over and over and over in place of his actual camera. You can see he's wearing his beautiful ginger wig there. I nearly said blonde.
I'm just watching the stream and I love it.
I have, of course, colored them since then and cut them.
I see.
The red locks are gone.
Alright, well, but we'll do the catch-up of last week's session. So we began with Mac Ra and his daughter laying on the ground, covered in blood. But it turned out not to be his daughter. It turned out to be the doppelganger known as Grey Ganista. And a little bit of a kerfuffle happened, and he ran away. I can't really remember what Mac Ra did after that. Ran away. Survival instincts kicked in, and you did a runner, basically. You ran down to the beach. You didn't want to get killed by this doppelganger or jumped by vampires, so you ran. And then you decided to run and start swimming out to Gwendeth, who was paddling out or rowing out to help her pirate friends. And that's when Gwendeth and you come across George Wavecleaver, got him onto the boat, and that's when you noticed El Diablo was actually swimming around the boat, taunting you somewhat. And you shot her in the tail, I believe, right, Gwendeth?
That is correct.
Yes. And clicky click click click. And after that, we went over to Lantix, who met with Zashida, who said you should probably visit Wiltix and hand in your report. I believe you went back to your bedroom, spruced up a bit, and came back to meet her. And that's when you come across a vampire sitting in her seat in her office. There was someone invisible in the room also, and he said to you, "If you run, I'll kill Zashida," but you jumped out the window anyway and dove to your freedom and got away. Actually, you hid in the spice market, realizing they might follow by scent. Can't remember what we did after that. It was Grilda. And Grilda did his own little adventure where he went to the blood barracks, met with the actual prince, the blood general, and told him off, basically. Told him he was a naughty boy.
Yep.
Chester did a wander trying to fix his fingers and was denied entry into the House of Answers. And everyone met kind of back up and went into Shiredale, where you come across a lawful good, so lawful good it hurts, captain by the name of Captain Amon, I believe. And Captain Amon said he was on the case and he believes you all. And he was speaking to Macra's neighbour about what happened. And that's when I believe Gwendeth told him about the dragon as well.
That is incorrect. We first met him at the harbour after the dragon
yes.
fight on the boat, and we told him about the dragon then.
You did indeed tell him about the dragon then. Yes, that's when he learned. Grildal's family met. This was roughly around midnight. They met again and decided who they were going to resurrect in the family, and also they decided which member they would upvote to the leader of the family, the head of the family.
Upvote?
This how stuff works. 5 likes.
Yep.
Makes you head of the family.
That's exactly what happened. Gwendeth and Macra went to the infirmary on Avbu Avenue to go find George Wavecleaver, to find out that the infirmary was called the Greenridge Infirmary, and that's where you met Lady Rhea Greenridge, and you decided you were going to take George, a rather doped up George.
Over, Anna.
Yeah, a rather doped up George, and remove him from the infirmary because the infirmary was controlled by Rhea Greenridge.
It's evil. It's an evil infirmary.
Apparently so. Meanwhile, Chester and Lantix headed to the Fresh Flask to bed down. They met the Triton proprietor, bought the honeymoon suite, and decided to, as the sun was just about to rise, to get some rest because it is you guys. It's all been about 8 hours since you arrived home from Phoebo. It's not been that long.
Been a hectic 8 hours.
Indeed. Oh, I
It
forgot to
has.
mention that Makra also did some investigation and found out that his children might have been taken to the Hunter's Island. I forgot to mention that. So you did actually find that out. And there was a bit of a kerfuffle between Grildar and Makra as they fought. Well, Makra tried to beat up Grildar or something at the docks.
Oh, I gripped Lantix earlier as well.
Yeah, you did kind of start on the poor gnome. Is there anything else anyone would like to add that I may have forgotten?
Life really sucks lately.
Oh, well, I
For
don't know.
Gilder.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
That's just his mental state at the moment. It's like, oh,
Well, you're finally down on
Who's
Gwendolyn's
this?
level.
no. Not
So-
quite.
So we begin as the first morning rays begin to hit the city, the Mokhul city, with Makra and Gwendef as they're exiting the infirmary. In the doorway, you see Rhea Greenridge just staring at you, watching you go with a smile on her face. George is like, "What's going on here? I can't hardly move."
You were kidnapped by an evil dragon.
I was.
cannot- Yes. The infirmary is owned by the dragon.
Yar, is it the one that was in the water with us?
Yes, that dragon.
Oh. And he kind of like reaches up and strokes your face slightly.
Okay.
He's like, as if it's not real, as if everything around him just seems weird. And then he looks back towards the sunrise and he goes, "Yo, the sky's on fire!" And then falls to his knees.
I'm holding him up right anyway.
Okay.
I've got him propped on my shoulder, son.
You look
Okay.
up. You look up and down the avenue. And there is a tavern, like maybe 100 feet away, and you can see that with the first morning rays, there is a boy outside shoveling hay into troughs.
Cool. Yeah, we'll go to the nearest tavern then, I imagine. Unless Gwenda says otherwise.
You approach
No,
the.
she's gonna expect the nearest town. We have to hide him somewhere she doesn't expect.
Maybe she won't expect the nearest tavern because it's the most expected one.
No, okay, look, she knows exactly what I'm thinking, so we have to do what I'm not thinking. And if I were to bring him to a tavern, it would be the nearest tavern, so we have to go to a different tavern. But that's what I'm thinking. So maybe, instead of that, we do what you think, which is what I shouldn't be thinking.
Yeah, so let's go to the nearest tavern. And I'll
Alright.
start walking towards it.
Alright, so as you walk towards it, you notice in nice white calligraphy over the top of the door, it says, "The Fresh Flask." And as you walk in, there is a Triton woman behind the desk, rather muscular Triton woman, who's counting coins out into pouches and separating them. She looks up. "Hello there. Can I help you?"
Have you ever been owned by a dragon?
"No."
Does Lady Greenridge own you?
"No."
Both.
You mean the Lady Greenridge, the one over the road?
Yeah, does she ever come in here?
No, she's never frequented my bar.
Does she, does anyone she knows come in here?
Well, I don't really associate with the royals, the nobles.
Okay,
No,
you
whatever.
shouldn't, because she's an evil dragon. I would like to house my friend here for like 2 weeks. Paid up front.
The drunk one.
No, he's not drunk. He's really injured. He got mauled by a dragon at sea. Have you seen the dragon at sea?
I have not.
The exploding boat.
I did see the exploded boat.
It got exploded by a dragon.
Did it? Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, the news won't tell you.
I heard it was a bad powder keg.
Well, they're wrong. It was a dragon.
Okay.
It was El Diablo, Anna. Thank you.
Alright, well, you want a room?
No, I want a room for 2 weeks paid up front.
Alright, well, my rooms are a silver piece a night. Anyway, the modest ones.
I'll give you 10 gold pieces.
Whoa, that's... Oh,
And I need you to check up on him periodically.
I
Make sure he
can...
hasn't swallowed his tongue.
For 10 gold pieces, I'll also chuck in breakfast and dinner, of course.
Yes, the best you can do.
She nods.
And gently caress his face and tell him he's beautiful. Sometimes.
Yeah, I won't be doing that part.
Okay. That was maybe asking too much.
Maybe.
I hand over the 10 gold pieces.
She takes it and says, "Room 7.
Makra, to room 7.
I'll drag his sorry arse up the stairs.
Alright, you drag his sorry ass up the stairs into room 7 and open the door. It's got 2 single beds and it faces the street, so you can actually hear the noise and the hubbub of the morning about to start. You place him on the bed and he's like, oh, yeah. Oh.
This was on Chester Decker and Atlantic Ring, aren't
Yeah, they're above you.
What
Not
a coincidence.
Not that you know that.
Do we hear the disgusting sounds that only a gnome and a human together can make?
Oh! What's wrong with you?
Yes.
Ooh. No, okay, so you place George down on the bed, and he kind of like grabs the quilt and does a kind of like the burrito maneuver, where he just rolls to the right and then rolls to the left, and suddenly he's an orcish burrito.
I guess he'll be fine. He's a tough guy.
Ah, yeah, I'm a tough guy.
Right, I need to go get my axe, and then we'll find the others, and then I reckon we make our way, see if we can find my kids. That sounds alright.
We heroically save your children from the clutches of the evil dragon, and then we slay the vampires and the dragon.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun. I haven't been this excited in age. All my friends died, so I'm really down actually. But you know, still excited.
Gwendef and Macro, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, we've been staying up all night, haven't we?
Yep. So Gwendef, you're okay, and so is Macro. In another 8
So
hours.
the first all-nighter I pulled.
In another 8 hours, you'll make another one.
We are hyped up on adrenaline.
Yep, that is exactly what's going on. You're hyped up on adrenaline, and despite the fact that you haven't slept for over 24 hours, you guys are still raring to go.
Let's go.
Alright,
Let's
so
go.
Yeah, you guys leave.
Yeah, heading back to the dock, see if we can find my fucking axe. Hopefully it's still there, because it's not been too long since I threw it.
Okie dokie.
Probably only been there an hour.
Alright, so we're going to jump over to... So, Grildar, the discussions long go into the night with your family. However, the decision is made that Anran will be resurrected upon tomorrow's evening. They'll also, as the morning sunshine hits your house, Jendel says to you, Grildar says, Grildar, may I talk to you 1 second? And pulls you to the side.
Yes, what is it?
When I was locked in the vault with everyone else, they took all of their belongings, most of our platinum, but... What's that? Anyway, took most of our platinum and coin sticks.
Servants these days, huh?
But Father's war gear is still down there. Would you like a piece?
Potentially. I'll have a look.
She goes to walk down there and she's got the keys in her hand already. Like, she says, well, look, he has 5 pieces. There's 4 of us left. We should take some. He'd want us to have it.
Agreed. Let's have a look then.
Music randomly stopped. Oh, it's back on.
Alright, so you head downstairs into the vault and you see all the crates that you'd emptied the haze into, gone. Bits and bobs. You see there's some jewellery, some clothes. However, on the far side, on its stand, is your father's war gear. The padded armour he wore, the shield, the warhammer, and the boots, and the helmet. He says, take one.
Oh, I think you know which one it'll be.
You're going to take the shield?
Yep.
Okay, so you got your father's coal shield. It's literally called the coal shield. Right. Its attunement?
Yep, then I will tune to it.
Okay.
Like, directly after.
Alright, so you missed out on
Don't tell me that.
okay, I won't. But you would know what they are because you're.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, like the what's it called? The crimson padded suit, the lava treaders, the fire maul, and the helm of flying. So as you take the shield, it's a +1 shield that gives you resistance to fire.
Nice.
Very useful in fighting dragons. Actually, no,
Not these ones.
Yeah. Other dragons.
And just so you know that the actual padded armor did something very similar, but it's padded armor +2. No one likes padded armor anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lava treaders give you resistance to fire and allow you to walk on lava.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And the warhammer is the thing that sets on fire, and you're immediately your sister picks it up and says, "I'll take this one."
This guy sounded like a badass.
Okay, and she begins collecting up most of the belongings in the vault and putting them into different boxes and crates. You can see you've probably got a few hundred platinum left in the family treasure. About it.
Yeah. Okay.
Better start making some money.
Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. We needed to manage the estate.
Can't take it gambling like some other people.
Randall appears in the door as well, your elvish butler, and he says, "Master Ironshield, sir, I don't think I'm in my quiet mind, but I have this." And he hands you a slip, like in an envelope, and it's got like an official Empire seal on it. The head of Anubis.
I'll break it and open it.
It's a deed to a 4-storied tower house in Mizer Taten.
Let's see where that is.
It's in the north near the university.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I've got vague memory that your friend Chester Decker, the famous poet and bard, he gave me money to purchase it, and I had done in the first week of your absence. The house is waiting for you, or Chester and your friends, to move in. It is not furnished, by the way. He didn't rightly give me enough currency to do that.
That is fine. We'll make do. Thank you.
And he reaches in his pocket and hands you a stone key.
Yep. I'll take it.
All right, cool. So yeah, you now have like a group HQ.
Got a crib. No fucking use now. The vampires know where it is, like, but.
Well, that's why we kill all the vampires, Kurt.
Well, might not yet. But yeah, anyway.
Obviously.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Makra and Gwendef. Where were you going? Where were you heading?
Get my axe back from the docks and then up to the Grildor Ironblood estate.
Okay, so as you approach the dock, you see there's a bunch of kids trying to lift it out of the wood, but they can't.
Like it's fucking sword. I just
really hope there's going to be a bunch of murderous kids now.
No. They're trying to lift it up, but they just can't. And you see a fisherman's like, "Hey, get that one's mackerels. The sheriff's head. What?" And they like shooing him off, and the kids run away screaming. And as you approach Makra, you just rip it out the wood with and the fisherman looks at you. He's the same one that gave you the information about Hunter's Island. And he just says, he says, "Good luck, Makra."
Yeah, I'll give him a thumbs up. Never mind. Actually, yeah, what's going to be the best way of getting over to Hunter's Island? Is it one of your boats, or am I better going to actual docks?
Well, Makra, the Hunter's Island's only, you have to get a hunter's license to go there. But if you're willing to forego that kind of part of the law, I could sail in for a small fee.
Sweet. You're having the day off anyway with the money I give you earlier. Stick around and you can earn some more.
And he said, there's a smile on his toothy face. It's kind of missing a few teeth. Some of them are brown. He says, "Well, Hunter's Island's a bit of a difficult one to get in. You'll have to tell me which side. Let's not go southwest, huh? The Crocodile House kind of own the monopoly on the hunting there. If we go north or northeast, I could probably get you in on one of the coves."
No worries. We'll be back in a couple of hours anyway, most likely. See you soon.
Yep, he nods and tips his straw hat towards you, and you head towards the Ironblood estate. Okay, so Lantix. You wake to the sound of Chester preening himself, clipping his toenails, his fingernails, his beard, his everything in the mirror. He's like pulled the blinds down and lights flooded in, and he just goes, "Lantix!" And he points towards the door.
What is it?
"I believe you had a letter arrive." And he points, and you see there's like a letter come underneath the door.
Oh, wonderful. I'll check it out. I assume this is a fair bit later on.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, it's about midday.
Okay. Curse you, Chester Decker. Yeah, I'll go check out the letter.
Okay, so you open it. It's got this fine stationery with like kind of a blue tint to it. You pick it up. It's got a strange seal on it, like kind of like a. Oh, this is going to make you sound like the Illuminati. It is a triangle with an eye in the middle.
Yep.
Yep.
I am the Illuminati. That's fine.
Okay, so immediately you go to open it. You see something magical, like kind of like glittering and sparkling inside.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes with a letter. It's immediately you recognize it as one of the cards that you've found in the monolith. Yes, at the top it says "Broken Winged," and it has your friend's name Havot in the bottom right, and the image is of him in his Azamar form, his angelic wings unfurling out with a rainbow bridge behind him. It's glittering and moving, and the letter says, "I know you'll need this in the future. If you ever need my help, come to Port Phobos and search for the Seer."
Search for the Seer. Or...
Yeah, Seer. Seer.
Yeah. Where is Port Phobos?
Would you like me to move you over to the map?
Yes, please. Oh, miles away, yeah. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I activate the card?
Okay, so before you do, I need you to tell me what spell level you're using.
Let's waste a third level. Why
Holy shit, really? You going for third?
Yep.
Alright, give me a sec. I'm trying to sort some stuff out now. Like, holy shit, okay. Alright, so third level spell. Actually, you bastard, that's one I...
Before I do this, because I need to prepare my spells for the day and stuff, just so you know I'm making a new automaton. And then I'll get to doing this.
Yeah. Alrighty. Just putting people in their rightful place. Alright, so as you cast the third level spell into the card, just like with the Philosial card, you take over the body of the character on the card. It goes into the emerald, the magic goes into the emerald gemstone in the center. And immediately your senses are overwhelmed by everything around you. Literally everything. As, from his point of view, you stand amidst the desert. In this desert, there is nothing but shrub and scree spreading out around you. In the distance, on the horizon, is a vast, desolate city. He looks down at his hands, and they're covered in dried blood. And he feels sad. He feels sorrowful, depressed. And as he struggles forward, trying to get further and further and further, get closer and closer to this city in the distance, the sun begins to rise in the distance, like behind him. And as it begins to rise, his body begins to burn so strongly that even you feel like Lantix might be screaming back outside the card. He turns, sees the sun, begins to run. His wings unfurl, and he begins to surge forward with shadows spraying behind him. And that's when you realise that you're actually nearly half naked, covered in rags and all different types of like levers strapped to him. And he brings his tattered hood up, and as he begins to surge forward and forward and forward, he reaches a small alcove. Inside, he sees two people hiding. They're shaking. One's a mother and one's a daughter. Young, very young. He stands there with the sun at his back, burning him slightly. Hunger overtakes him. He breaks the little girl's neck and immediately sinks his teeth into the mother's neck. Brings it back, and Lantix, you feel the most ecstasy in you than you've ever felt in your entire life, as his hunger is sated inside of you. And he turns, brings his hands up, and the earth begins to move, forming a earthen wall, blocking the sunshine. He kneels, and as he closes his eyes, Lantix, you wake back up in the room, and Chester's looking over you. He goes, "Are you alright? You were convulsing."
Yes, quite alright. interesting things in here. Not to worry, though. I'm all right. I'm all right.
And he sees where he squirted some aloe vera into his hands. Would you perchance need a sensual massage?
Why, certainly. There's no better way to start the day.
Okay.
I have heard aloe vera is particularly useful after an evening that they've had.
Uh-huh.
I have to like roll for addiction or something. I'm just going to be constantly casting spells into this card to get the euphoria.
Yep. Okay,
Would
so
you place the card into my pack?
I will do, but I haven't finished the artwork yet.
Very well.
You're-
Sir, very well.
I haven't found the perfect artwork for it, and I'm still trying to find it. You know, it's all designed, I just have to copy the artwork in. I'm trying to find a broken Asimar look, you know. So, we'll get to that.
Okay.
You will have it definitely by next week, the artwork.
Lovely.
Right. And, oh yeah, and when you unlock the stories, I copy-paste them into the handout for you.
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
You feel like this might be handy.
Potentially, yes.
Mhm.
Well, Mr. Decker, I'm not entirely sure what we should do, but I suppose our first point of call is you have a rather large sum of money invested, and we should find out if that has been dealt with.
Aha, yes, of course. Aha, that is exactly what I was thinking. I thought of that before you, Mr. Lantix. I was already thinking of that 10 minutes ago, before you were even awake.
Well, yes, I don't normally think about things like that in my sleep.
There's a knock at the door.
Hello?
Room service. Oh, aha, yeah, I ordered room service. Whoops. Of course. I knew that you would ask to go to look at my investment, so I ordered us a hearty breakfast. And as the door opens, you brought in, like, oats, honey, fruits, figs, you know, all kinds of food for breakfast. Chester digs in.
I will also dig in.
Nice hearty breakfast was had. And where are you going after that?
Probably to the Ironblood residence to speak with the servant there.
Alright, so Grildar. Gwendef and Macrol turn up around about midday-ish.
Okay. I guess I would be staying around there for a while, just to organize things and get the household back in order again.
Yeah. And you notice there's 2 Blood Knight guards on, like outside the estate. The one you had met the other day, which was Blood Knight Corfu. Yeah, Kufu, who is a Jehilti as well. A Jehilti, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So actually an adopted son of the God King.
How? Well, what brings you here now?
Well, they seem to be on guard. Like,
Oh no, I'm asking.
oh, you're asking Gwendef and Macrol, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you were talking to the guard.
We're saving Makra's children and killing the vampires. Are you with us?
Do you have a plan?
We're saving Makra's children and we're killing the vampires.
They've been taken to Hunter's Island by the Axe.
Do you have a plan?
Other than get a sail over there and get them back, no.
Right. I guess that's the first order of business then. Have you had food? Drink?
No. Where are the other 2?
No idea. Randall? Randall? Refreshments, please.
Refreshments it is.
Thank you, Randall. I know it's been a trying time for you.
Yes. And then disappears. And he's literally back within 30 seconds with, like, a jug of fruit juice, ice cold water, and breads and fruits and spreads. And he's even got a table prepared, like a round table for you in the main antechamber. And he just says, "Is there anything else I can do for you?" He turns towards Macro and Gwendef and says, "You both look exhausted. Coffee, perhaps?"
I'll just nod.
Of course.
Yes, all of your coffee.
Of course. And he disappears. You notice Jendil, Grilda, from behind you, standing on the second floor, looking over the balustrade, seeing you guys in the antechamber. She just seems to be watching.
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, Randall comes back with a steaming hot cup of coffee for Gwendeth and Macra, which is an instant wake up for both of you.
Nice. Now I'm angry. Now I'm fueled by anger and caffeine. Yeah.
Now, Randall, I know that, as I said, this has been trying times, but please make sure that the house is returned to a reasonable state as soon as possible.
Okay, I of course, sir. I will try.
And I'll just tell him to do his usual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the intent is to get him back in his comfort zone and just doing the stuff that he's used to doing, so he doesn't have to worry about all this malarkey going on, and we'll actually have a functioning house again.
Yep.
And then say to Margaret and Gwyneth, so, this idea you have, I believe it's doomed to fail unless we come up with a good plan, and I think we'll need Landix and Chester here as well if we have any chance of succeeding. Even so, I'm not sure if now is the right time to confront anyone. We're not exactly at our strongest.
No, look, you when we were at the other town, you told me I shouldn't attack El Diablo, and then she killed all my friends once we got here. So I feel like I'm not gonna wait anymore, because whatever I do, someone's gonna kill any friend I make until the next point where I decide to do stuff.
Macra, if you wish to see your children again in good state, I believe time is of the essence, and I understand that, but rushing in will just mean their or our demise.
Well, I believe that it's not them that's captured it, it's my ex. I don't think they necessarily have anything to do with it. I don't think, I ran into someone that looked like one of the little ones, and I think you've recognised.
Sorry,
well.
I don't follow. Didn't she, point at Gwenda, just say, and kill the vampires? Is this not part of the same thing?
Oh no, that's after
really
that.
Melodramatic as per they get girls back first as a separate thing. Then I think she wants to go on and kill the vampires.
Yes, very well. Let's focus on the first part then.
Yeah. So, of all the information I've got, is just the clairvoyance of my youngest sent them away, and then my ex took the pair of them to Hunter's Island.
Interesting.
I think the youngest one's seen this coming.
Yes. Okay. And I'll just look off a little bit confused, and I'll send a cryptogram to Lantix saying estate.
Okay. Funny enough, as you say estate, maybe about 15 to 20 minutes later, you do actually see Chester. Well, you hear Chester before you see him. Outside, he goes, I believe you've heard of me, to the Blood Knight. I'm a good friend of the Ironbloods. And he goes, go on in. And he goes, aha, of course. See that, Lantix? Everyone knows me.
Well, yes, you are engaged to one of them. I suspect they would.
Not anymore. There's only one girl for me, he snaps.
Very well.
And he just seems to snap to attention now that you said that, and has gone into a bit of a broody mood and just walks off.
Fair enough.
And he goes, friends! Immediately takes a seat, grabs a piece of bread, even though he just had breakfast.
Yes, perhaps hold back on the cheer a little bit.
Oh no, you see these? He brings up his missing fingers. Well, half fingers. Third fingers. He goes, this is nothing to be cheerful about. Revenge is on my mind.
Yes!
I
see the dwarf is with me.
First order of business. We seem to have some family members that are in need of our assistance at this moment. Macra's, to be precise.
His sister.
Macra, please explain the situation.
The missing sister.
No, the kids. The sister, but she'll make her way back eventually.
Oh, of course, the kids. Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. They're on Hunter's Island. We need to go get them.
Hunter's Island it is. I've been to Hunter's Island twice.
Right.
Really? What's it like? I haven't been myself. Do you know of any good routes inland?
It's Tyrannosauric. It's filled with dinosaurs and big creatures, of course.
Yes, of course. But what else did you learn?
It's dangerous.
Chester, please be straightforward. Have you ever been to the Hunters Islands?
No.
Thank you.
And he leans into Gwendef and goes, I definitely have.
I didn't believe you the second you opened your mouth.
Lantix, do you have any information, perhaps?
Perhaps. Liam, do I have studied knowledge of Hunter's Island?
You can make a history check. Will I find the handout?
No, don't worry.
Okay, so basic stuff when it comes to Hunter's Island is that...
Sorry?
Yep. It's a foreboding landmass in the distance that's you've never really been to. It's always on the horizon for most Nerians, and you just know that it's home to some of the biggest dire animals, and you have to have a hunter's permission to get there and hunt these creatures. It's where most of the meat for the upper classes comes from.
Yes, unfortunately, I don't know much. Most of it tends to be rather historic. It used to be utilized as a training ground, as far as I remember. But now it's just a kind of a hunter's paradise, really, for the rich and elite. But you do require a license to go there.
Oh, we
Yeah, I heard
already
that,
found
yeah.
a smuggling rowboat.
Yeah. that's
Um,
nice.
Can I also put a level head to this? Whilst obviously the saving of Mr. Ra's children is quite paramount, I'm concerned with the organizations we're up against. If this is the kind of vengeance they have doled upon us for taking one of their possessions, if we're to go back to them in force and attempt our own vengeance, then surely they'll strike ruthlessly against us.
This has nothing to do with the vampires.
Wholeheartedly agree, Lantix. We should find out if this has anything to do with them, as I'm not convinced it isn't yet. And then once we have confirmation it's not the case, I think we can safely pursue this. We should make haste, though.
I'm going to have to be careful, though, because once we found the kids, it means the vampires have found them as well, and they were after them originally, so they're going to have to go underground. They're going to have to be hidden away until we do sort out the vampires. But for the time being, I don't think the vampires have any idea where they are.
Well, yes, as long as we're thinking sensibly about it, I'm ready.
Very well. Should we try and find some more information on these organizations first? And I did request for the Blood Knights to get involved. They seem to have taken it upon themselves to take this seriously, finally. And I'll say that a little bit louder than I probably should, so that the guards can hear.
Yep.
Unfortunately, my most valuable source of information would be at the university, and that's where I was found. So, well, I don't really know what the situation is there.
Maybe we
See,
should go
are
find
you
out.
concerned? I mean, they seem to have sent us a warning of sorts. Perhaps with more to come if we cross them again, but I don't know if there's much to be done about that either way.
Maybe not. I am concerned for Zashida's safety, though. She's powerful in her own right, but they did swear some vengeance against her. Perhaps,
Well, I'll leave it up to you to decide. Is there some way you can contact her?
with difficulty, really. I would have to be close enough where I could honestly just speak.
Well, give me a moment. And I'll send a cryptogram to Zashida asking, safe? Question mark.
Okay, so as you go to cast the cryptogram, you feel like there's no target.
Interestingly. And I'll demonstrate what I was doing to Atlantic. Do you know this trick?
Yes, your messaging. You sent one to me.
Yes, are you familiar with its underlying principles?
I believe I understand the basics, yes.
Very well, then. Well, I must tell you that she's not currently... Not sure if that's well, you might know better. I can't send it to her, which means that I'm not sure if Death would make that happen, or whether she's simply elsewhere, not on this plane of existence.
Yes, I suppose there are a few possibilities, although with what was promised, I would fear the worst. But there is a chance perhaps she sequestered herself away, or maybe perhaps some kind of means of non-detection is blocking the cryptogram.
Perhaps.
Inconclusive, I would say.
Yes. In that case, and I'll send the same to the clerk at the library at the university.
What message?
Safe? Question mark. And then
Who dis?
I assumed, like we discussed this previously, that you would send it like with the handwriting and the sliding that would make it clear who it is, since you would find a way around that as a user to not have to use like 6 characters to say who you are when you're sending a message.
Yep. Okay, they can't reply, can they?
Nope.
No.
Unless they have some way of their own of doing so.
Nope. The clerk does not.
Okay.
The bookish woman.
Yeah, I'll just have it sent over, and then if we get something back, we'll get something back. If not, then... Well, I've put out an inquiry at the clerk. I'm not sure if they'll be able to get back to us one way or another, but at least she is able to receive the message.
She should be able to find someone to be able to utilize a message spell of some kind, I would have thought.
Let's give it half an hour.
Thank you.
Macra, Gwendeth, are you quite recovered?
Never been better. Gwendeth said with massive rings under her eyes.
Yeah, I just want to get going.
Very well. Liam, I assume that they could have had a short rest if they needed.
Yeah, you would have definitely had a short rest. Yeah, for sure. Grildar, you would have. You could have a short rest as well, but not a long rest.
Yes, I do not require a short rest.
I would.
Hit dice recover on a long rest. Do you round up or down?
You haven't had a long rest, Macro.
No, because we had one ages ago, and I forgot to put my hit dice in from the one from ages ago.
I can't remember. I'm going to go with round...
Round down, won't it? Because we tend to do that with everything else, don't we?
Yeah. Okay, so what I was going to say, within maybe 30 minutes, Grildo, are you all preparing to leave the estate? A message comes through in the back of your mind. Oh, yeah. Grildo. Yes, I'm safe. Why wouldn't I be?
I'll try responding.
Zashida hasn't come into work today.
And I'll try and speak because I have no idea how these spells work since I...
Yeah, no, wait, with the sending spell, you do understand that the University, Moonlit Shield, the Sea Tower, the Watcher, and many places have like this artifact that transports these messages this way. It's just that you know that she's breaking rules somewhat. They're meant to be sent directly to specific people. But, being the clerk, she could bypass some of these rules.
Yeah, so I'll reply. Because sending allows you to reply or not?
Yeah, it does. Up to 20 words.
Okay, so I'll say... Yoshida, MIA. Will come soon. I guess that's about 20. Oh, 20 words you said, not 20 characters.
Yeah, 20 words. Yeah, you
Sorry,
got like... You've only done 5. You still got 15.
And I'll look at Lantix and see what needs to happen. Do you know what sections to prepare, where information may be found?
No, not if my understanding of the organization is correct. It seems to be some kind of underground thing that even the Blood Knights are only somewhat aware of. I wouldn't know where to begin searching.
History, perhaps?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
History, perhaps?
Perhaps, yes. There are so many books in the Arcaneum. It would take some time, but if we could get in there, I could certainly make some progress.
Macra, can you give us an estimation of what do you think will happen? I don't know the character sufficiently to judge.
I don't feel like she's in her right mind. I think they've gone taken to taking them to safety. Hopefully, it's just they're there and we bring them back. But things are never normally that easy. She might put up a fight. I think she'd only be putting up a fight though if she wasn't in her right mind, which is quite possible.
But the chances of her harming them directly?
She won't harm them. She'll harm us trying to get them though.
Very well. So off to the university first?
Yeah, as long as she can adequately look after them, but she might not just be her though. Like saying that she won't harm them if she's in the right mind.
Understood.
Like something's obviously brought her back. I don't know if they've got as good of intentions as the axe.
Clear. Lantix, I suggest we go to the Arcanium and I will try and help you find whatever you require in there. Perhaps Chester can help as well. McRae, if you need to go, I understand, but I feel our overall chances of making it through this in one piece will be bigger if we find out what we need.
What do we need to go and help my kids?
Nothing, but if we waste time finding out about the information now, then the library might not be safe anymore. We don't know if this is a permanent state.
Just to interject, I feel we're probably okay to go after Master R's kids. If Mistress Chernin is dead, then their vengeance enacted, I feel like they wouldn't pursue it any further. And if she did manage to escape, then I feel she'll be much better prepared for any kind of retaliation in the future. And I think she'd be quite capable of keeping the university safe when she is prepared.
Very well. And then, if I can I still go back to the sending spell and reply?
Yeah, you can if you wish. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll look at Lantix before. I'll speak to Lantix before agreeing. But basically, I want them to find some history books that might mention possibly undead in them.
Okay.
And anything related to Hayes.
Hayes. Okay. Can you do me a favor and roll a persuasion check? Because she's a busy clerk, and you're asking her to do work. So
yeah, I'll ask half that, and as much as the work is.
I'm getting a lag spike. Apologies, guys.
It's dead.
It's dead.
I'm back.
Kind of
Hey.
again, and it's kind of dead.
Sorry.
Now Liam has no camera. Yay! Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so immediately the clerk replies, I can't keep using this, and I don't have time to do your errands. If you come here, you can look.
I'll shrug Atlantic. They're not feeling up to preparing for this. I think we should go. I was hoping that over the next 2 to 3 days that it might take us to resolve this. They might be able to find something, but alas. Jandel?
Yes, brother, she comes down with the new hammer in its sling.
I need to be off. I believe Randall has resumed his duties. I would advise leaving him to it for a while so he can stabilize. He seems quite shaken up.
Yes, he is.
And I'll say to one of the Blood Knights, with me being absent, I would appreciate it if extra guards could be posted.
Because I've got this, brother. Don't worry. And she's staring at Gwendeth as she's speaking. She walks over to Gwendeth, puts one hand on her shoulder and pats her down, as if she's appraising stock. And she goes, and then she goes, "You look like fine dwarvish stock there."
I am, thank you.
And then she just looks back at Grildar and walks off.
I'll just shake my head at her.
Just leave it look.
So are you guys going to the university?
Eventually, yes. Now, no.
What are you
To
doing
the
now?
island it is.
Oh, fine. Fantastic.
Let's go find my smuggler friend.
And as I walk past the Blood Guards, I'll tell them, look, I understand that you are currently busy. Can you at least get a few more Hound Guards here?
They nod.
Or kittens, if you must.
Yes, we could. We have hired outside help, says Khufu.
That might be advised in this time.
Well, they're
At
your
least
old,
for these kind of duties.
they're your old friends. They volunteered.
That's a different story then.
Yeah, whoa! Massive bang from someone's microphone.
My bad.
He says, Abrax, you saw him yesterday. He said he'll guard and help. And
Appreciate it.
Karim has just returned from Jahari. He will help.
Very well.
Before we leave the manor, I would like to spend a spell slot.
Okay, fair enough.
To use Primeval Awareness.
For what creature?
Undead. I want to check if any vampires are still in the vicinity.
Creatures are present within 1 mile, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I
didn't realize you could change that.
Is it always one creature, or is it all of them?
It doesn't say. It just says if any of those creatures are close.
Yep, you definitely sense certain vampiric presences less than a mile away, yeah. To the northeast, in fact.
It doesn't say where.
Nope.
No, I mean the northeast.
Oh,
it
well,
doesn't
okay,
say.
yeah. You do sense them within a mile, sorry, yeah.
There's definitely still vampires within a mile, Grilda.
I expected as much.
Imagine
just-
a rebel in the city.
I imagine the city is littered with them.
Perhaps. Shall we be off then?
Please.
What does it actually take to get one of those hunter licenses?
50 gold pieces.
So, Liam, how
Yeah.
much rest could I possibly have gotten?
A short rest. Maybe about 4 or 5 hours at most.
Oh, that's a long rest for me.
Oh, there you go then, yeah.
Can we say when I was having my breather just with coffee and everything that I tuned to this dragonkin javelin?
Nice, yes, you can.
Cool.
You remember what it
Do
does?
I get to
yeah?
find out what it does? Or...
Yes, you speak the name of the dragon type you want to use, and you
Oh, I
throw
think
it.
you've already told me this.
Yeah, and
though,
you throw it, and it does 2d10 elemental damage of that element.
Oh, when you throw it, I didn't
Yeah.
know that bit. No, right,
Yeah.
okay. Have you got a note for that somewhere?
Fuck knows, dude. I've got all these notes. I'll tell you what. You will get it soon. I will look for it. But for now, let's concentrate on the story. I know what it does, but I will send it to you.
So it's just when I throw it, then I get extra damage.
Yeah, and it's only once per day.
Once per day.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Other than that, it functions as a normal javelin,
Cool.
and also it's
Oh.
magical, so it bypasses
Yeah.
magical
Magical
reductions and
normal
stuff.
dog. Yeah. Sweet. Cool.
Yeah. All right. Write it down. You wrote it down already, like draconic javelin, yeah.
Yeah, I've got it in my inventory and a base overview. 2d10 when thrown.
Yep.
Particular dragon.
All right. So you guys heading towards the Bay of Spears?
Yes.
Okay. So by the way, your smuggler friend is less smuggler, more fisherman.
Yeah. He's
Yep.
he's a smuggler for the day.
We all
And,
have to start, somewhere.
yeah, and as you approach him, he's already got his boat ready. So he's got some supplies. He's got 4 oars ready for you guys. And he goes, Makra, friend. Oh, you've brought friends. More friends. Come on in. Take a seat in the rowboat. And you see in front of you the Bay of Spears and all its choppy water and all its like rising slate and rock spears. And he goes, none of you worry. I'm taking you clean out to sea. No crashes. I've rowed this straight dozens of times. Hundreds of times. And as you settle down in the rowboat, ready to go to Hunter's Island, we will take a... Yeah, he's done it. You can detail in the truth, Grildar. That's when we're going to take that's when he's going to take a 5-minute break.
Cool.
All right.
Hey, alright, so you guys have just got in the rowboat with the fisherman. And he goes, alright, Mackerel, will you push us out already?
Alright.
And he stands at the prow of the boat as you guys begin rowing. I'm assuming some of you take some oars. Chester takes the back one and goes, I'm the best at rowing. And you see he's really struggling with it.
Just
Time to do it.
and I'll just like lean back and just tip them out of the water to make sure that he's not like pulling the boat to the wrong side.
Yeah, he's giving it his best, for sure.
It seems I didn't really mention it much earlier. There's a 5-foot brass automaton that's been following Lantix around. I'll set him to row as well.
Holy shit, yeah. The fisherman, now that I know that fisherman's like, what is that? Is that a golem?
In a sense, I suppose you could liken it to a golem, but more sophisticated in nature.
Oh, okay. Well, if it can row, it can row. And with about 10 minutes worth of manoeuvring, you guys managed to get out of the Bay of Spears, past the ghost ships either side, and out into the open sea. To your left is the tower that no one really knows what anything does. It's a secret military compound that people don't really know what it is. Grildar, you know it is literally just a training area for Blood Knights. To your left, it's a huge black stone tower that used to belong to the old kings of Mokhul City before the God King came along. Now the island is basically a place for kittens and starting Blood Knights to train their skills and get away from the city life. And you're in open sea for a good 30 minutes as you're rowing over the waves towards Hunter's Island. Hunter's Island is beginning to get bigger and bigger as you get closer and closer. The cliffs rise up some 50-60 feet that spread all the way around it. And in the centre, there is this like blue steel-like coloured mountains in the centre that rise up in jagged spears and blades. And you can see it's hilly and jungle and smothered in vegetation. And the area around it is just smothered in this harsh, like, spiky rocks. And he goes, so which way do you want to go in? Are we talking north, northeast? And to the west, you can see military galleys with their, like, 80 oars either side, rowing around the southern side of the island. And he goes, yeah, we should probably avoid that.
Whatever you think's best.
Whatever you think's best. He goes, well, you see over there, there's a cove of something. Or we can go over there and I can drop you off on land.
Yeah, let's go there then.
Land.
I think the cove is better.
I'll have a look and see if there's an easy path up to like off the landing site up to like the actual mainland of the island.
Yeah, you can see that there's already a boat there, like a rowboat that's been dragged up onto the sand. But there's no one there. However, you can see a set of steps. And can you make a perception check?
18?
18? Yeah, there's a set of steps that leads up to the top, and at the top there you see there's some sort of just barely visible poking at the top of the canopy, a watchtower.
Well, it seems that we might be spotted no matter where we go, so I think an easier path is better.
Right.
Can you take us in there, and I'll point?
He nods, looks to his right and left, looks east and west, and says, "Alright, no galleys," and just begins. You will begin powering towards the beach. And once you've reached the beach, it's a matter of all jumping out and pulling the boat on board. And you see there's like I said, another empty boat there that was once it was a 2-oar rowboat. And there's a bunch of belongings all over the floor around the sand and inside the boat.
Are the oars with it?
Yeah, the oars are with it.
Okay, take them.
Alright, cool. You take the other oars.
Yep.
The ship looks like it's been abandoned for a couple of days.
Yep, still.
Yep, that's fair enough. Macra, can you make a perception check?
I'll try and go and give the boat a sniff anyway, see if I can tell my kids had been on it.
Yeah,
See if I
perception.
can see any fur or anything on it. Perception. Nope.
Well, however, Gwendith does notice that
Will never be uttered again.
Gwendith, you do notice that there is signs of bugbears here. Just small signs. There's a footprints further up on the top of the beach. Not down near, of course, where the tide's going in and out. But you do notice the the footfalls, the snap branches. There's a doll on the ground. You see it, just discarded.
I point out the things to Macra.
But Macra, you recognise the doll for sure.
We're on the right track then.
Yep, it's definitely Mimu's doll.
I would like to attempt to track them.
Alright, make a survival check. And I keep forgetting, right, the drug, just remind me in the future, it's not called haze, it's called stare. Keep forgetting. Alright,
This
so...
is Gwendeth's
She's
session.
doing it. She's actually doing it.
Oh, she's actually... Wow, okay.
Holy shit.
So, Gwendeth, you lead the group up these stairs, and the fisherman says, I'll stick around for a couple of hours, see if you need a way back, okay?
Stick thumb up.
And Gwendeth, you lead people, the group, up the top of the stairs, and at the top there's a sort of crude palisade and a gate that's wide open, and to your right and left you see there are bodies of hunters on the ground. They've been dead for maybe a day or so, and there was a struggle, and you see off to the left broken branches where somebody's pushed through and ran through the growth.
I gesture the others to follow me into
Alright,
the growth.
you're going to
I'll
follow
search
it
the-
all the way to its end?
I think that's for the best, yes.
Just hold on 2 seconds, Gwendeth, and I'll search the bodies.
Make an investigation check.
I need to stop being the one that does this. I'm not very good at it.
Alright, so they have both of them have a short bow and a quiver of arrows. And you notice one of them has a hunting license on him, like, the actual ability to hunt. And there's also a tent nearby. You go through that and find some pots and pans and some rations.
Not much more than that. I'll pocket the hunting license at least anyway.
Alright, cool, you have a hunter's license.
Oh, are they not like named or anything? It's just like
No, it's like a written writ. It's just like a piece of paper, like a paper's driver's license. It does have his name and stuff on it.
Okay.
Yeah, Randveg, but... Okay, so Gwendeth, it's a good 45 minutes that you're leading the group on, and it's hot, tepid jungle, and occasionally you have to point out where you've seen tracks of big creatures and how to avoid them, and occasionally push, like, you see that at one point Macrol's bursting through branches and boughs, and you have to stop him momentarily as you see a very large snake above his head, and you have to duck beneath it and keep going. And eventually, Gwendeth, you come across like a clearing, but it's got some ruins in the centre. And the ruins are like an old mausoleum or like a crypt of some sort. And the buildings are hollow with skeletal kind of archways above it. And inside you do find a trapdoor leant up against one of the walls that leads down, but it's got heavy rusted chains around its handles. And there is also a sarcophagus in the other room with its lid missing. You don't know where the lid is, and there's nothing inside. And it's all overgrown, vines have overgrown over it. The jungle's kind of creeped in and taken it back. You're all crunching underneath flora and fauna.
Well, guys, I found it.
What?
What exactly is it?
This place. Where else would you find a zombie bugbear than this foreboding abode?
Do you reckon it's on that trap hole then?
I'm 100% confident in my tracking ability and the fact that down there is an undead bugbear.
Alright then. I'll fling the trapdoor open.
How reliable would you say I think he is, or she is, from past experience?
She looked like she knew what she was doing.
Alright, cool.
Like, with that roll, I'm going to say, yeah, she looked like she knew what she was doing.
Okay.
She was explaining a method as she went, and it sounded logical.
Yeah, and the fact that she was very competent in, like, stopping people from, encountering giant monsters, like giant animals, and also saving several of you from painful insect stings, etc., etc.
Yep,
Cool.
sure.
She's in complete revenge mode right now.
Alright, so what do? Like I said, there's this trapdoor with this rusty chain around it.
Yeah, fling it open.
Alright, so tick, tick, it's locked. There's a rusty chain and a padlock around it.
Have I got a crowbar of some description? Explorer's pack, does it have a crowbar in it?
I don't know, does it?
Include.
I think the Dungeoneers pack does, and the Thieves pack.
Yep, no crowbar. Does Geraldo have one on him?
And I'll just like produce a 4-start.
Okay.
I could do that. I could try and fix it first. Do you think it's locked or just rusty?
Can't tell by looking at it. Is it locked or?
It's both.
Well, there is a chain around it. I think it's quite obvious.
I mean, yes, but it could just be. Well, you know what I mean. Very well, then I'll just blast the 4-start through one of the chains holding it up.
Alright, so Lantix, what's your sight in darkness? I can't remember.
Normal human, essentially.
Okie dokie.
So nothing, like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but do you have light?
I do have light, yeah.
What is light? It's 20.
2020.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just trying to fix everyone's sight before we continue.
Automaton's got 60-foot blind sight.
Okie dokie. Just fixing everyone's tokens before we continue on. Chester is Chester. I'm going to leave him blank because you'll be controlling him, Rocket.
Lovely.
I think I've fixed. Yep. And I think Grildars is also fixed. Okay, so yeah. Can you roll the 4-start?
Sorry. I can if I manage, otherwise I'll just keep trying until I break it, so.
Yeah, just one in general. Yeah, I mean, ignore the to hit. So it was a good roll. So you do smash it. It does make some noise, like a racket as you're attacking it. But eventually the padlock bows and snaps out, and you're able to move the chain and just rip it off. It's about 40 foot of chain. It's quite thick. And as you're pulling, and Macro's pulling it away, throwing it to the ground, it makes a heavy thump. And the actual door makes a kind of screeching as you open it up.
Oh, that's the discreet option out the window.
Yep. Alright, I'm going to move you over to the map. As you walk in, there's some dirt steps that lead down. What am I doing?
I'm supposed to see a lot of grey here.
You're not meant to see it grey, why?
Oh, well,
Oh,
this is revealed.
it's because that's where I copy pasted you. Never mind.
Okay.
I didn't copy paste you into the small tunnel because you were all split apart.
Alright.
Okay, so you see some dirt steps leading down towards kind of a heavy oak door that seems very firmly shut.
Yeah, just walk over to it, I guess.
Alright, so you can all see where you are, right?
Yep.
Macro, Grendef, you can see where you are?
Yup.
Alright.
Nope.
I did just shift. Oh, you don't have sight. Never mind, I'll give you sight. You should be able to see now.
Yeah. Oh, dungeon that starts on the top corner. Light, electrodes.
Okie dokie, yeah, like Grildar, you walk towards this door and you see it's had heavy use recently because as you're walking down these steps here, it leads down to a flattened area that's 10 foot by 10 foot. I guess it's really hard to see those steps because the map grid.
Yeah. They are somewhat there, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just walk up, see if everything's okay, and if it is, then go ahead and open the door, or try and open it.
Alright, the door eases open. It's unlocked.
Alright, I'll put it open carefully, raise my shield.
Okay, so it reveals a very kind of spacious and airy crypt. So you see whatever was once here in this crypt has been moved and been replaced with fresh crates in front of you. You can see the crates. There's a tunnel that leads off just to your left, but there's another door opposite you. And like I said, there's 4 crates piled up next to one another, and in the corner some barrels and stuff have been stuffed into the corner.
Right. We'll just check them for signs of use and age. And
Very new, and they have signs on them. symbols, in fact.
What are they?
The spear and shield of Thebo.
This is odd. These are Thibault crates. Wonder what they're doing here.
Probably some form of smuggling operation from the looks of it.
I would assume as much.
I'll crack one of the crates open.
Alright, so yes, they're not locked or anything, and as you open it, you see in this crate that you're facing here, Macra, foodstuffs. It looks like there's bottles of brandy, and also like dried meats, packed fruits, that kind of thing. It's very like kind of Theboan diet type thing. Olives, lots of oil, and that kind of stuff.
Open this one.
Casks of ale.
Like a wine cellar almost down here. It's just food.
Yeah, something of the sort. Either way, as we're doing something with this, I think move along, and I'll head in a bit further. That's not what we're here for.
Okay, yeah, this tunnel looks like it's seen recent use. Where it was once dusty and dirty and dingy, you see that there's now fresh footprints and drag marks all over the place. And to your right and left, the walls are carved in the likeness of old warriors, Mokhul warriors, the ones that wore the headdress of, Ra with his golden sunshine blazing around him.
Well, it's interesting that all of this is still here. I bet you would love some time to investigate this another time, Atlantics, and report back on the perhaps archaeological findings here, but alas, we have no time for this.
Archaeological? It seems to have fairly recent use.
Indeed.
I wouldn't really consider that to be archaeological.
That's not what I... Never mind. And I'll just keep walking.
Alright, so Macraj, you walk to your left here, on this little area, this alcove. It's quite large. It arcs up to a point, and hanging from all of them is like old cobwebs and webs draping the entire ceiling. And there are empty coffins, like new coffins, all over the place, with their lids discarded, they're open. You can see in shelves in the walls are old kind of like places where bodies would be laid to rest, and they have Mokhul names. They have like dedicated to old families that you think were pre-Empire.
Looks like the fucking necromancer's got himself a little had a big delivery come down. Looks like this is what he's been testing on. I'll have a look, see if I can find my wife's coffin in here.
Alright, make an investigation check.
I need to remember to edit it off.
Nope.
God damn it.
You're pushing around, moving stuff about. All the bones are still inside these shelves, though. No one's tampered with the bones. It's just they've used this area, whoever's here used this area to store these coffins.
Yeah. Weird. Any ideas why they've left these here? Fuck it, we'll keep going. We'll find out in a minute.
Sorry, did you say there were stone coffins?
Wooden ones, these ones.
Well, that doesn't bode well, given the organization we just found out about.
I'm still not convinced they've got much to do with this. Or, yeah, it doesn't go well in my favour.
I'll go and have a little more thorough look at these coffins, because if they're here, then I'm noping the fuck out.
Yes, I didn't think so before, but my suspicions are certainly growing.
Okay, so Grodar, you have a feeling these weren't... You know, you've heard stories. Vampire coffins are made for comfort. They are lavish.
Beds. Yeah.
These are to carry corpses. And however, these coffins, though they look new, they are manufactured probably several years old. But manufactured several years ago, because you move towards them and the colouring of the oak, the colouring of some of the... And you'll go, wait a minute, some of these coffins were they're all Theoboan make, because you can tell by like the olive wood that's used, and also like as you look inside, you get a faint smell of like rot, but not very strong. Like the body was preserved, maybe. In every single one.
What do you know of Thibaut burial practices, Lantix?
What do you roll for that?
I guess another history check.
Oh my god, what was with my rolls?
Jesus Christ!
Well, the first time when we went to Thebo recently, that was my first visit. I can't say I know a huge amount.
Very well. The reason I'm asking is it seems that embalmed bodies have been in these otherwise relatively unused coffins, and I wonder, well, if perhaps these embalmed bodies are related somehow to what's happening. Perhaps your late partner, Macra.
I don't think it's Theboan. I'm sure I heard somewhere the Theboans they cast their dead out to sea. I'm sure that's right.
It does sound right.
Thieves is not like it's not on the sea at all, right? It's not on the shore.
No, there's no sea near it.
Yeah,
That's the natural one.
Yeah. Just checking that I remember correctly. Yes, perhaps Lantix. Either way, let's focus on what matters here. I guess if they were thrown out to sea, that's fine, and I'll just not try and insult them too much.
Yeah. Okay.
He seems to be having a bad day.
Well, and I'll try and appraise if it's potentially possible that Macra's undead lover girl has been in one of these. I don't know if it would fit.
Some of the coffins look very humanoid, but some of them are different sizes, as if they might fit bigger, smaller. You see that there's some definitely dwarfs would have fit in some of these coffins. They're more broader at the shoulder and shorter, yeah. But they're a mixture. They're not prejudiced.
I would like to check for bugbear hair.
All right, make me an investigation check. Yeah, you don't find any bugbear hair, but you do find beard hair.
I leave the beard hair where it was.
What was that, Adrian? Sorry.
I leave the beard hair where it was.
We don't taste it.
The important question is if it's like dwarven beard hair, it's probably like this long, right? So it's fine.
Yeah, like a proper plait.
Yeah, but I'm not Guybrush fucking Threepwood. I don't need random strands of hair to solve some puzzle. That was a Curse of Monkey Island reference, in case anyone has not played that.
It's been a very, very long time.
Keep going.
Okay. So you see that in front of you, there's more steps that go quite steeply down.
Macra, you want to head down first?
God, we could really do with a fucking rogue or something checking for traps, but Macro wouldn't even think to check for traps. He's not really done much dungeon delving.
Okay, so Macro, you're pushing forward first. You see that the stairs level out, then sweep to the right, heading further down, and you're beginning. There's something in the air. Sea salt, definitely smells like the sea down here. Kind of like that, kind of like the fishy tang to the air, strong salt. And you notice that there's lots of kind of like green slime all across this set of the stairs, where obviously sea spray or like liquid has come in and coated it. It's quite slippery.
Must be a cove down here. Watch your footing. I see anything at the end of the corridor.
Yeah, you see a heavy oak door, but as you begin to approach, Grildar's the one that hears it. He hears talking beyond the door. Kind of husky men voices. You hear one voice go, "Yeah, put it over there. The doctor needs it." Yeah.
Does it sound like it's humanoids?
Yep,
humans or
yes,
humanoids?
sounds very human.
Okay. I'll quietly try and walk up to Macra and just tap him on the shoulder. Mikra. Humans up ahead. Some talk of a doctor.
I'll fucking fix him. And
Well,
I'll
before you do that, we might want to talk to them and get some information.
right.
Onwards then, but
Taking hostage, talking to him, or
perhaps just talking to them.
right, I'll talk to him first. Then I'll just turn around to everyone else and put a finger to my lips. I'll approach the door quietly.
Okay, can you make a stealth check?
Can indeed.
Okay.
Why are we all rolling shit? Apart from the crit 20 on the fucking investigation check.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I forgot Gwendeth is wearing armor that's like completely not meant for. Which is still one good skill.
So, Makrar 12, Gwendeth 9, Grildar 13. What about you, Lantix?
We haven't moved.
You staying up there then?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Makrar, you think you're being stealthy, you're not making... You do make a kind of heavy crunch noise, but you still hear some talking beyond the door.
I'll pull my weapon out and then burst through the door.
Alright, can everyone roll initiative?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
So, as Makrar bursts the door open, you see a bunch of Theboan hoplites unloading coffins from a large galley. They all have heard you coming, and 4 of them have lined up to the door, ready to form some sort of phalanx, whereas the ship has several more commoners working upon it with large sails, and there seems to be a captain of sorts with a bow screaming orders. "Don't let them get away!" she screams. Alright, so we need one more initiative. Gwendeth?
Yep.
So I can roll.
Where?
Nice.
Fucking hell. I like it.
Right, okay.
Sorry, I didn't move on the map, but I would have stayed just behind.
Okay. Yeah, place yourself where you
problem.
think you would be.
Yep, there.
Alright. Now, first things first is as you burst the door open, let's remove the door. Right, so what you see is 4 guards waiting for you, dressed in their hoplite gear. Immediately, that one moves forward, positions himself here, and then goes to stab Makrar with one spear, and then goes to attack Grildar with the next.
So rude.
Misses Makrar, and then Grildar, you bring up your new shield, and it clangs off of it. Gwendeth?
Well, that idiot has entered, so I'm gonna move here and then shoot the guy that entered twice.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I designate him as my prey.
Yep.
Probably not.
Yeah, he brings the shield up. Boom! Arrow funks into it.
Twice, I assume.
Yes. He keeps the shield up, and it's got the sign of the Pegasus on it. Grildar, this is bad. The sign of the Pegasus is the original rebellion that the Mokhul Empire fought 3-4 years ago, trying to quell it. Now, Theboans take the spear and shield as their sigil, representing their old martial prowess. The Pegasus is rebels.
The rebels. Yeah, that's clear. Okay.
Alright, Gwendith, both of your arrows sink into this guy's shield. Alright, Grildar.
Yeah, I had better.
Yep, I'm assuming so.
I'll step over here and say to Mikra, take one step back or this is going to hurt. And you see that I'm starting to channel a spell.
Okie dokie.
So I'm readying Sword Burst when he moves back one square.
Alrighty. Lantix.
The automaton runs up here
Mm-hmm.
and will swing at the hoplite.
Okie dokie. Does this take your action to tell him, or
Oh god, I need to really fix that. It takes a bonus action.
it takes a bonus action?
So that's to hit damage, to hit damage, to hit damage, essentially.
Okay, so as it runs towards him,
I'll
flinging
fix
its
that.
arms, flings his arms at the Hoplite, blocks all of them expertly.
Yep. He's not very good at hitting, but he does do a lot of hitting. And then I myself just fling a hard light needle at him, which definitely does hit him.
Alrighty, it does. And it sinks into his knee and he goes down. Ugh!
And I'll just step around the corner.
Alrighty.
And that's me.
Macro.
Sweet.
So Marco's just been
Right.
asked to step back, and you see Grildo channeling the spell. just
Yeah.
ahead of
So I'm in a rage, and I'm meant to grow. And I think if I can't fit in the space, I'll just better fit the dimensions the best I can. So I guess mechanically, there's not really much difference. I'll just assume what it says. I'm going to step back once. I've made me attack anyway. So there's me rage. I've lost that. I need to grow in size. Going to attack recklessly, and I'm going to do a. Where's my swingy thing? Is it in that? I can do my big swing. Basically, my 15-foot swing, and I'm going to get all three of these fuckers in it.
Alright.
15-foot each. Big, so separate roll for all of them. My rage is up and running, and then attacking recklessly, so advantage on
That
the
would hit
ones.
me as well.
I can opt you out of it basically.
Can you?
Let's have a look.
Don't think so.
Nope.
Just all creatures.
Yeah.
So it does from. I've never actually read that bit properly. If there isn't, it's not a bit.
Well, enjoy your 29 damage.
I mean, that's the first one, so that's not me.
Against all creatures in a 15-foot line. Oh yeah, fucking hell. That's good.
Alright, immediately they all bring their shields up, use each of their reactions to give disadvantage to all 3 attacks.
No, okay, so
That one hits though and crushes his skull.
let's.
Yeah, you've said it.
Yeah, I've always said it now. Didn't realise it's happening.
Alright, next one.
The rage is going. That was one for Grildor at least. Then.
Oh shit!
I mean, honestly, would you just do that? Because
Probably, but not knowing it, I guess.
I mean, no, I guess I'll take it back, but that means the
just
thing-
I'll just attack the 2 on the right then. So kill that one, and then he's then disadvantage on the next one. So that's only 11.
Yeah, it misses. He brings up a shield. It's like a heavy thunk, knocking him backwards, but he manages to block it.
Fair dues.
That means
And
this
then,
one's still got his reaction, then technically.
Yeah. Why can't I select my token? Oh, because I've still got the fucking calculator on. I'll go back.
All right, so then your spell goes off, Gilda.
Yep. Oh, that's a juicy roll.
Nice.
Ouch! They are both subject to the attack. Oh no! Whoops, guys! I'll have to quickly do something. I've accidentally saved the tokens as the same thing, so it's taken the HP off.
So all the HP is
Yeah.
going down.
Yeah. Whoops.
Don't you worry.
So the first one's 15. Nice. They've taken this to straight to the noggin.
Yeah, so you just see like this ring of force energy spring into existence, cut straight through their armor.
Mm-hmm. I'm fixing the NPC. So it's the Phoebo guards. Alrighty. So Macro, is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay, the Phoebo guard Grildar brings his large, the Phoeboans have always used heavy spears. They're very large with a thick blade. Brings it back, halts in his stance with his shield like outwards, revealing his stomach, ready, but then just goes for a mega thrust towards you. Oh! Alright, and the spear goes straight through your chest and out the back for a total of 18 piercing damage.
Oh, that's still way better than my cry hitting me.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, he crit.
That's alright.
Blows a hole in you.
This guy has to run. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then reaches behind himself, like behind, and throws a javelin towards Grilda.
Mm-hmm.
What's your AC, Grilda?
19.
Oh, just bring your shield up and it like skitters away from it, like scrapes down the shield and then hits the concrete next to you.
Mm-hmm.
This guard moves into here, behind you, and then goes for a heavy weapon attack against the automaton. What's the automaton's AC?
13.
It takes 14 piercing damage
Mm-hmm.
as he strikes it. He then turns to Macra, moves one more step.
Oh, sorry. You know when I did the first 2 attacks, I killed that first guy. With the second attack, though, I was rolling recklessly, so wouldn't have that still hit with a 22? So it just been it because they give me disadvantage with the reaction.
Yeah, you would have, but we missed that. Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. Leave it for now. But like next,
What's your AC, Macra?
It is. That's not fucking sure when I click my 15.
I actually hit for 16 piercing damage.
Reduced down to 8.
This one's going to not make a heavy attack against Grildar, realizing that you're good with your shield. And you just managed to duck beneath it as you're good at fighting for your bones. You fought them in the war, and the spear just passes straight past your eyesight, and then you barry out of the way with your shield. Chester.
Breaks into the well-known Mokhul song, "It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes."
Okay.
And he hot potatoes this guy here.
All right. You can't see him.
Oh yeah, sorry, I've got multiple lines of
Yeah, you
sight.
can't
so
see
it. This one closer then.
This one here. What's he doing on his breastplate?
Yeah.
Wow, I guess the con save means nothing, right?
Yep.
I mean, he got a nat 20 on a con save, but it means shit. He's like, growling. Alright, so is that Chester's go?
He will inspire Grildo as well.
Alright, so Grilda gets an explanabrag. He goes, okay, he shouts out, Grilda, that's not how you use a shield. Use it like this, and does a pirouette and pretends he's got a shield in his hand. Right.
Yep, he's being thoroughly ignored, but somehow I get more determined to fight my own way, and apparently that works. So.
Yep. Right, this is... Shit, it's meant to be +2. The character sheet of this captain didn't fill out properly. Oh well. Alrighty, so I'm going to have to roll the damages separately. Alright, so Grildar. An arrow hits you in the chest for 18 damage, piercing.
What?
Sharpshooter shot, baby. And then the next one flies past and hits Macra.
Sharpshooter hitting a 19.
He rolled a 20.
It's nasty.
Yeah, he rolled a 20. Yeah, like... Okay, so, and then the next one, and Macra, your AC's 15?
Yeah.
It's what he hit. See, that's literally what he rolled. So you take 16 piercing damage from the arrow. And the arrows are coming out from the darkness from one part on the ship that you can see. And this guard makes a dash here.
Mm-hmm.
That one's a dead guard. So Gwendef, your turn.
I designate this dude here as my new Slayer spray.
Okay.
Then I shoot him twice. Oh, what's wrong with my rolls?
Alright, so is it this one here in the corridor, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so he brings his shield up. He's trying to fend off Macra, the automaton, and then the arrows just sink into it.
Yep, I end my turn.
Sorry, dude.
That's fine.
Alright, so Grildar, your turn.
Yeah, I will dodge.
Nice.
Use a hit die.
Mm-hmm. In fact,
So cool, arrows.
one moment.
Then take a step back.
Alright, at that moment, Grildar, as you take a dodge, the classic, do your abilities, from the ship, you hear a female voice. That's an Iron Blood! Kill him now! Someone actually recognised you.
Mm-hmm.
From your dodging abilities.
And that will be my turn.
Alright, so Lantix.
The automaton is going to run forward into that horde.
Nice, yep.
I'll go one step further, actually, just in case Grildar wants to re-engage. And then it'll swing wildly at the one to the left.
Nice. And ding, ding, ding! Doof, 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 against the shield.
Cool.
All right, nice.
Lantix will... let's deal with these guys. He casts Hard Light Construction.
Yep.
And we now have a little playpen that they can fight in. I'll just block off the rest of the room.
How tall is the? It's 15 foot, yeah.
Well, I can make multiple boxes.
Like how high does it go?
27 connected 5-foot cubes. So hold on, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
This is 8, so you could stack it 3 high.
Yeah, 3 high.
So yeah,
So
15
foot high. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Just so you know, the archer could still aim above it.
But could it hit anyone?
It wouldn't be able to hit you, Grildar, but could possibly hit Gwendeth from where she is.
How high is the door?
The door's about it's about 12 foot. It points to an arch. So yeah, I guess you're right. Actually, I just think about the stairs. So yeah, you're correct.
Try and dip it down the
No, that's
arch.
fine.
If it rolls an at 20, you can do it. Just dips it over the wall.
All right, Macross, your turn.
Oh, now I'm feeling a bit more imbued with confidence now that's there, so it's gonna be going there. Oh, I'm sorry, Automaton, mate. I'm not really missing out on an opportunity to do this, I don't think.
Yeah, good.
Grill, there was a different story. But Automaton, I think.
Immediately,
Yeah.
they use their reaction, seeing that the attack's coming.
Yeah, I'm
Before you
attacking
roll,
reckless.
I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Before you roll, they all use their defensive reactions.
Cool, yeah, I'm attacking recklessly.
Misses.
Jesus, 30. How the fuck is that damage even possible?
It's because
Fucking hell, all the 11, 11, and 8 on that first one. Jesus Christ.
yeah, let me look at the damage actually. 3d12. Did we agree with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
you did eventually. Because I don't get.
It doesn't get double attacks normally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because basically, what I'd be doing otherwise, I'd be using a what's the other weapon? I'd be using the other maul, and it'd all just be replaced with D10s instead. But then there would only be 2 D10s if I was using the other maul. But then I'd be getting 3 of these, and then I'd be getting another 3 because I'd be getting multi-attack. Whereas it's just one big swing thing.
All right. So the
Basically, what my class does.
the first one brings his shield off, but that is the doom of his fellows as it bounces off of the shield.
Just like straight across the heads.
Yeah. Oh wait, is in the middle one against the automaton?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yes, it is.
So the other one's still alive. Yeah. And
sorry,
it clunks across the automaton, scrapes, and then strikes into.
Oh, you jammy bastard! Yeah, and he survives on that last one. He's only all the time. So the automaton goes.
Yep. So the automaton. Wait, which one was the automaton?
I've done it already.
Yep.
The second one, 33.
Yep.
So the automaton's dead.
Yep.
No,
What? It's got more than 33 health.
Yep.
it's a tanky motherfucker. It's got more health than all of
Fucking
us.
hell.
Look, the thing's only got +3 to hit. It's made 6 attacks and not even hit. I think it's perfectly balanced.
It's a damage sponge.
Yeah. Okay. This guard looks like trapped. Turns and makes. What's the AC of the wall? It's just 10, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Can you believe? Can you believe he missed? He actually turns, but he does on the second attack deal 10 damage to it as he strikes it and sparks fly off.
Okay, so I don't know how to deal with that.
It's on 25 hit points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's only to that 5
that
foot
the-
section as well.
No, it says it disappears off after the HP. Look, it says.
No,
the
it's
object-
geodesic shield.
The object collapses into nothingness if it's reduced to 60 hit points.
Yeah,
points, you mean?
the object you have can't be moving and damage dealt to directly harm anyone. No matter the object you built has 10 AC and HP equal to 30 plus your.
Yeah, so it's got 35.
Yeah, so the whole thing's got 1 health bar. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's something else I was thinking of.
All right. Oh my god, it's got 1 hit point left. Fuck. So the bow and guard outside, heavy weapon strikes it once for 20, and then heavy weapon strikes it. Oh no, it does kill it for 14. So yeah, 34 additional. So it's destroyed. That was his go. He had to attack twice. This one in the corridor disengages from Grildar Macra and moves there. That one's dead. Chester Decker's turn. Do you want to roll the fire?
Yes.
Hot
I
potato.
suppose so.
That is the one right next to Gwendef that's getting the hot potato in the face.
9 fire damage.
Ouch, you see him sizzling from the inside. He's cooking like a jacket potato, you could say.
God damn you and your randomly named spells, Todd.
No fucking clue what's what.
What are you trying to cast? I might know the name.
No, I'm not trying to cast anything. I'm just looking through what he's got.
Oh, okay.
Let's just give him a complisalt.
Wait,
Ooh,
the one in
so
front.
what-
Oh, let's see what
Yep.
he rolls. +0. Rolls an 8. Ouch! What
What is it though?
I don't know. I'm not a bard. I don't think of these things.
Okay, he goes.
If I was playing a bard, I would think.
He says, "What rippling abs you have there on your breastplate! It's a shame it doesn't transpire into your actual body, eh, chubby?" There you go. He complimented him and insulted him, I guess.
That's how it works. What we'll leave.
She's going.
Corvs are magnificent. I bet they're ace at running away.
That is exactly what he would say, yeah. Right, so the captain archer takes a sharpshooter shot at I'm gonna go for Macra. I hit volley. That's not what I was meant to hit. It misses, skids across, and then she goes for a normal attack against Grildar. And misses. It hits your shield.
Yep.
This guard moves here. Disengage, and we'll go for a heavy weapon strike against Macra. Nope.
Got advantage.
Nope. Oh, he does. Thank you. He crits.
For fuck's sake.
For a total of 16 piercing damage.
Oh, that's not too bad.
He
for a crit.
brings his heavy spear back, shoves it straight into your stomach, and then brings it out.
Wouldn't have normally hit me, but because I'm swinging so recklessly.
And then he goes for another attack against you. This time not heavy, and does another 6 piercing.
Just 3.
Yeah, the one thing you're realising, Grildar, is these are veterans from the war. They know how to fight, you can tell. Alright, so Gwendef, it's your turn.
I give up and use Zephyr Strike.
Okie dokie. Is this one on the one in front? Oh no, you've moved. Oh yeah, okay.
Well, I'm moving away, disengaging, and then shooting him.
Okie dokie.
That's it. But now, of course, now that I have advantage, I get the fucking 20.
And it hits him in the face, and he goes down.
Well, I can still roll Slayer's Prey, Liam. Like, let me roll all my damage.
Right,
It does 3 extra damage.
You get an overkill bonus, alright? So you overkilled him by 17.
Great. And then I move back here, and with my elevation, shoot over Grildar
So-
at this.
Your arrow hits him in the jaw, and blood just sprays all out over Chester.
And now I roll a 19. So
Which target was this? This one. Yeah,
This
and
one.
that hits. Sinks into his kneecap, and he's lowering his guard momentarily.
And
and
I
it-
end my turn.
Alright, Grildar.
Yeah, how's my crowd looking next to me?
Or erase.
Health-
Keep going.
I
Go
would
for the
say,
one at the back.
I would say roughly, if you were to give it a number, numerically, maybe 50%.
Alright. I will... Shocking Grasp. Jesus wept.
Yeah, you reach
12.
forward, pushes you away.
Go for the one at the back.
Well, that was my turn.
All right, okay. I thought you had more than that.
Lantix, sir.
No, I don't have bonus actions.
All right, okay.
Flail away.
Flail, flail, flail.
It's got one.
Yes,
Got one.
the one in front of Grildor. The Grildor and Mackerel takes a clonk to the back of the head. And I guess that's the last one as well. It takes 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, crit.
Yeah, and
no,
goes to bring his
not
shield
crit
up
damage.
and just gets a bronze fist to the jaw, and you see teeth just explode out of his mouth.
I'll move down and hard like needle the one in front of Macro.
And that is exactly what you needed to finish him off. The hard light needle
Nice.
hits him in the eye socket, comes out, dents the back of his helmet, and he just falls and slumps into death.
Cool.
How come it's doing 9 damage already?
Magic.
Hedge mage.
Yeah.
Edge mage, alright.
Bonus action, I'll let the defense drone go off.
You've already used your bonus action.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, to command your automaton.
I commanded it last turn to kill that guy.
Wait, so it just keeps going like
Yeah,
that?
it continues until it completes the task.
That's OP.
That's why it's called single task automaton, because it completes a single task.
That's very OP.
Why is it OP?
Because it just is.
What? No, explain why.
Because it gets free attacks, has 85 HP, you just spend 1 bonus action and it keeps attacking.
That target, yeah. And it also costs me 3 levels of spell slot, which I can't regain until it dies.
It'll use 3 levels of spell slots.
Yeah.
Well, like a 3rd level spell? Or no, you just had to use 3 spells.
3 levels of spell slot.
So you can either use 3 first levels or a 3rd level.
Got it.
Or 2 and a 1, or
Got it.
any combination of 3.
Right, got it. Alright, Macro, your turn.
Cool. Now
The defense drone does.
step on.
The defense drone fires at which one?
I guess this one's probably the most easily seen.
Yep.
The bottom one.
Can you roll it again? The attack roll?
I can do, yes. Oh, no, I'm clicking the wrong thing.
Uh-oh. And that still hits.
Nice. Damage up.
Yep. Pew pew pew. Alright, now Macro. Sorry, dude.
Step there. No, this one's dead. I probably could have stepped there even when he was alive, to be fair. And then swing at these two. Recklessly, yeah. So, 28. Nice.
The one with one to your right.
That'll be the one, yeah. So immediately it's my
Alright.
right. And
Do you
That guy is now a fine mist.
So you want to know how much overkill damage you got on that one? 42. And the next one actually misses. Which one are you firing at? There isn't one in range.
the bottom one.
Can you attack up that?
He's got reach.
Yeah, I've got reach.
Ah, yeah, you miss as it brings its shield up.
Cool. That's me done. You know, I'll probably back away behind Grildor, actually. Just get some cover from him. The very little he provides. Up
Right.
to my knees.
Okie dokie. This one guard brings his spear back, goes for a heavy strike against the automaton. Hits for 19 piercing,
Yep.
and then goes for it again. Ah, this one's a miss, fuck. Literally by 1. Goes for the strike, and actually is going to run away from the... He's going to retreat slowly, facing the automaton with his shield up, but he will try to move away. So you get an attack opportunity if you want.
I guess multi-attack doesn't work for attack of opportunity.
No, you just use the top attack.
Yep.
So it misses,
30. Yep.
and then he gets...
This is not OP, it's a piece of shit.
Chester's turn.
Chester Decker. Will move forward a little bit, I suppose. Actually, he can move forward a reasonable amount now, because no one's really around. What are the ranges on these things? Actually, can he... How is Grildar looking?
How is Grodar looking?
Wounded, but he's been wounded before. It doesn't look like he's in immediate trouble, but a big hit might bring him down.
He steps up with some essential oils and gives you a little rub down, so... You regain 19 hit points.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that actually feels quite nice, Chester.
He's like, you know, there's a
The best
squishing sound.
massages.
Yeah, there's a little squishing sound as he's rubbing it into you. Although that did sound really weird.
Yep. You went there.
I did. Right, so from the ship, one arrow goes flying towards Makra, and the other goes soaring towards Grildar. Actually, oh my god, you lined up. That's perfect. She uses her volley ability to attack all of you. So she starts with Lantix.
She can't see me. Where's my cover?
You're actually on the flat part of the ground. There's like
I'm a tiny gnome.
Okay, so what's your AC?
14.
Would you like to use anything to dodge this? Like shield or
Yeah,
anything?
why not? I'll shield it.
You are lucky. You literally got what you needed. You bring up your shield, and the arrow ricochets off. Next one's at Chester. She hits him for 14. Next one's at Makra, hits you for 20.
Fucking hell.
Next one goes towards... Are you still dodging, Grildar?
This turn I am not, no.
Ah,
Is it just normal piercing damage? Yeah.
Yep, normal piercing damage, and you hear a distinctly feminine voice go "shit" as the arrow sinks into the water and she misses completely. Right, Gwendef.
I
will eat.
And then a Zephyr Strike. And I skedaddle past my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
You can just
And I'm-
barely see her.
Oh, there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's literally on the edge of your vision.
How far have I moved? I was... Oh, that's a very nice token. What's it put there? That is... no, this is as far as I get. I shoot her.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, C. Okay, cool.
Can I just say those are some very impractical archery bracers?
Are they?
Can you enlarge it again? I didn't see.
That's a 22 with advantage.
Yep.
That brass plate can't do very well for her,
And
either.
that's a 26.
Ouch! Did you get advantage on the first one? Sorry.
Yeah, I used
Zephyr
Zephyr
Strike.
Strike.
Yep. So 9. They both hit, sink straight into her.
And here's the
Yeah.
Zephyr Strike damage, another 5.
All right. So total up 24, 37 damage. Ouch! She's still standing.
And I end my turn.
Grildar.
I won't loosen an archer off.
Yes, I will step forward up to here.
Oh, yep. I guess you can see her now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think I could see her anyway, right? It's not dark, so...
Yeah, there are torches lit up occasionally.
Yeah.
But yeah, everywhere.
And then... what's the range now? Is she wearing metal armor?
Let me check. She is not.
Okay. I'll move over here. And... First... Wow, that's a nice roll.
Whoa!
Juicy.
Right, hits her in the chest. She falls to her knees, but she's still going.
Come get me then, coward.
Fuck you, Nerian. Alright, Lantix.
I guess the automaton pops some little wheels out his feet and dashes.
Wait, is this you have to use a bonus action to do this, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, and moves towards her. She's like, shit! As it comes
Yes.
flying towards her.
The automaton fully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lantix will move up, and yeah, that's in range of fling a hard light needle.
At whom? You can't see, can you? Oh, you could see her, yeah, 'cause she's got light there. Yep. It goes flying towards her. Hits her.
Yep. That's me.
All right, Macra.
Yo. Let's have a look, see what I can see. I'm just fixing it. I think in future, if I'm doing a massive swing like I have, I can't get my extra damage die because massive swing does actually say that I need to use my action to make the massive swing. So
Yeah. Okay.
we'll do that.
So
in future.
it'll be less damage when you do your massive swing. We got it.
Yeah, it'll be one less d12 basically. I've fixed it in my character sheet now. I've got a massive swing attack. So, right, let's count how many squares I've got. Because I've got 40 foot movements. So that's 8 squares. How many did I move then? Sorry, so that was
2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let's just fucking murder this poor chap.
He uses his reaction before you make your second.
You're gonna fucking need it, boy.
And I'm afraid he gets hit.
Oh yeah, I would have recklessly attacked as well,
Yeah,
so I'd have hit either way. But
crash
yeah, the
into
advantage
him.
against me.
Breaking his armor, knocking his shield, and cracking it in half. Still going.
Yeah, it was a shit roll for damage. That was. Yeah, that's me done. Yeah, I'll stand here, so I've got a bit of cover from him from the archer.
Okie dokie. Right.
As I say that, I can't see where the archer is. So.
Right. So yeah, the guard that you just attacked turns around and goes for 2 strikes again. Oh. Lucky you're raging. He brings his spear down and does 19 piercing damage to your as he shoves it through your chest, rips it out, and then for his second attack, you manage to stumble away just as he tries to get you within range.
He's got advantage, remember?
Oh, does he? Oh, well. Let's see what that rolls. Oh, he rolled the exact same fucking thing, so still misses. Right, so he will. He's gonna risk it. He's gonna risk it. Can you get an attack of opportunity if you want to make one?
Smash.
So you miss.
I'm still recklessly attacking. Does that count into my? Does that count into that still?
No,
Does
it's
not?
only on your
Bastard.
turn.
On your turn.
Right, so you go to swing and you just hit the ground, and it's like the Path of Exile sundering skill. You know, the earth just goes up in a cone around you. All right, Chester.
Chester will also move forward. Chester has no vision, apparently.
Oh, he doesn't. There you go.
And
Chester.
seeing as he's just seen that guy run away, he uses the conflict salt that Curtis provided earlier.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, the poor guard just goes, "What?" Ah! And falls down and dies.
Dies, it falls into the water.
He doesn't topple into water, but he definitely goes down. A bunch of the commoners and the sailors on the boat are like shouting now and all like jumping for cover and holding their hands up.
Surrender, surrender.
All right, she draws her short sword and goes to attack the automaton. What's its AC? It's 13, isn't it?
13, yeah.
All right, so she hits it the second time with the short sword for 10 piercing damage. The first one clangs off its armor, and then she does indeed go to run.
Cool.
Let's see if you can hit it.
15, it's not bad.
Yeah, but you don't do enough damage. It hits it, but she's still going, and she dives off the other edge into the water.
Oh, is that first strike?
Give me 44.
Alright, so first of all, before you continue, Adrian, there isn't any target other than the commoners and the sailors. You see that the archer dove off the other edge.
Doesn't stop Gwenda.
Why is that first strike?
Who, though? Ah. Tell you what, if you roll hard enough, can you actually get there?
No, I don't think so. I was here. Nah.
Unless you dash.
Yeah. There's no point. I can't shoot her afterwards.
Okay, but she's
Go
swimming.
up the rigging.
Which rigging?
The masts stuff.
Yeah, like the ropes and stuff here.
Let's see how far she can swim, because I might be able to catch her.
Actually, yeah. If I... It's 40. I'm like, okay, I could only climb about 5 feet up. No, wait, 5 feet up, because climbing is halved.
Do you want to go there?
No, there's no point going 5 feet up. I won't be able to shoot her anyway. So I'm not Zephyr striking. I'll conserve my spell slot and end my turn without.
Gwendolyn, get eyes on her.
Well, I just dash up the boat then.
Okay.
It's a shame.
You can't see her from here, but alright, Grilda.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's a
9,
bit dwarven
10,
shuffle.
11, 12. I'll move my way over here.
Can't dwarves only move 10?
I have things for that.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I just didn't know because I knew the dwarves can only move 25 feet.
Yeah, no, I have.
You have that pulling ability, don't you?
Yep.
Yep, that's fair enough.
So I have 35.
Nice. Okay. Anything else?
Nope, I dashed to get there.
Alright,
He's an
Lantix.
athletic dwarf.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will move here.
Alright, cool.
And the automaton will just sit next to me, beeping.
Beep. Yeah, there's a sailor next to you going, don't hurt me!
Beep, beep.
Roger.
Roger, roger.
Alright,
Exterminate.
Matt Cross, it's your turn.
Right, let's have a look. See if I can catch this focus. 16, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that all she got to? Was there?
Yeah, she that was exactly, she dove in.
13, 14, 15. Getting ready to jump in.
Okay.
So no turn.
Right.
McCraw, ready the cannon.
Ready the cannon.
I'd actually like to point out, like, just so you know, there isn't actually any cannons on the ship.
Oh my god, I just realized.
Yeah.
We can steal this ship.
Yeah, I thought that really. I was like, does this mean we've got a ship?
Right, so if you could fucking sail it, yeah, so just the decker.
We do have a fucking captain on standby, currently
do.
drugged out in a tavern.
Oh, that doesn't sound dodgy.
This is to make up for the one the dragon blew up.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
It is flying Fiboan for colours at the moment, but...
I could paint that.
He dashes to there.
Alright, cool. One moment, she's going to make...
He'll also give a bit of inspiration to Macra. Bend your knees when you jump. Yes.
She's...
That obvious.
Fucking hell, she can swim.
Oh, God, fucking that is terrible. Disadvantage on the bow. She tries to use her like bow in the water. She turns, fires at Grildar, and with disadvantage rolls 3 like fucking 18s, all of them.
Can she swim 30 feet and shoot? That's impressive.
Does she have a swimming speed?
She doesn't have a swimming speed. You are
That
correct.
means she can, as a human, she can only swim 15 feet.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Just so you know,
Lord,
she's
no,
not. She's
Why
not.
did she take a shot at silly cow? She should have definitely been swimming away.
Just so you know, she's obviously not a human. She's obviously elvish of some sort.
Ah.
Oh, she's still a silly cow for trying to shoot us instead of swimming away.
Gwendef.
Don't kill her. I want her for questioning.
Grandev sees the arrows fly by, and she's still in the, contest mode. Because, so...
Don't kill her.
I shoot twice.
Fuck's sake.
Perfect.
That's a 20.
Yep.
A 17, and she's my Slayer's prey. So... 2.
Can you do non-lethal damage with a bow?
No.
Nope.
So,
Only with melee weapons.
so Gwendef, how do you kill the captain?
I fucking hate you, Gwendolyn. You're going in after her.
She was on 1 hit point.
She has her bow up, and as she
You're going
draws
in
the
after
string... the captain has her bow up, and as she draws her string, Grandev draws hers and shoots and rips right through the bow into her head.
Okay, first of all, she doesn't rip through the bow, but it does go in her head.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know.
Because the bow was of a special making.
Perhaps.
Oh my god, I want that bow.
and as it hits into her head, she sinks, and so do all her belongings. She kind of doesn't sink, but she floats. But the stuff she's let out of her hands that she was holding, the short sword, the bows, they all just kind of sink. And eventually,
Oh, doesn't
A bow definitely doesn't sink.
I guess it doesn't.
Sorry to be an ass.
No, that's all right. I don't know.
Does
The rest of her does, and all the belongings she had on her, of course. Right, combat.
Does grilled Oro? Actually, I don't want to get out of turn order yet. Does grilled Oro Lantics do anything on their turn order?
Not really.
Seeing as how she's thinking, nope.
I'm moving for a swim then. So 5 foot to do that.
Roll an athletics check.
Perfect swan dive. Still raging, so I've got advantage on athletics. I love that.
I'd like to see the acrobatics
Get a
check
perfect
for a
dive.
swan dive.
Yeah, a swan dive is technically acrobatics.
I can do that as well. How far can I jump? Actually, is it your? Does it do I need to do something special to make a jump? Or about just fuck it, I'll just use my movement speed. So acrobatics, do a dive.
Let's see if you do. Oh, you do a good dive. I was going to see if you did the belly flop or the bomb, but you actually managed to do a good dive.
And then I'm chasing. I'm swimming down after her. So that's
Right. Athletics check.
5, 15, 25, 35. Oh, I've got fucking acres.
We're out of combat. This is an action scene. You don't have to count your movement. Just give me an athletics. check.
Just so I know how far I'm getting, how long I've got to get to her before I see if I can catch any of her gear. So is it just a long sword that I see that she's dropped into the water or anything else?
She's dropped a short sword and she's sinking.
Right,
the bow is floating next to her.
Yeah, I'll hook her, grab the bow, and then I'll swim 5 foot this way, but then wait till my next turn before I start swimming back around.
We're not in turn order. Make an athletics check.
I'm still massive at this point as
Right.
well, so I'm basically just a raft.
Right, so as you are
to float.
As you're swimming down, your rage does run out, but you do manage to catch onto her cloak and pull her up towards you, so you could drag her. She's leaving a trail of blood, and as you peer off through the murky water, you do see large shapes heading towards you.
Fuck me, there's sharks in here already. I'll be able to outswim the sharks, you'll be right.
Yeah, and you manage to get to the nets that are hanging off the edge and able to.
Oh yeah,
climb
just
up
climb
the
on the
body.
boat. Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be smart.
But she's left a massive trail of blood in the water, and as you guys climb up, all the sailors are like as you bring up the captain with an arrow sticking out the top of her skull.
Gwendif.
It was an accident. I didn't mean to shoot her by kill her by shooting her in the head.
Oh, so you're going for the non-lethal shot to the head then, yeah.
That's exactly what I was doing. Look, a dragon wouldn't have died from this. How would I know she would?
When we ask for questions, just don't shoot them next time, mate.
Can't you ask? Don't you have any speak with the dead sort of spell?
Yeah, but they have to want to talk to us then. Can't torture the dead.
Potentially, if Chester hears this, does he respond by saying he can heal her? Because there might have been time for that.
No, he doesn't respond.
Okay.
As we know with the hags, NPCs don't work that way, or Adrian gets mad.
Alright, is there anything you'd like to do at the moment? Because the sailors just look like they're cowering down in the middle deck, just kind of like waiting, like they don't know what's going on.
I would like to speak to them.
They're all, okay, they'll just look towards you.
Yeah, I will. I'll tell Gwyneth in a moment. Please allow me, and I will.
Sure.
Like, do the read them their rights kind of thing as prisoners of war, because if they're a rebellion, then I will treat them as enemies of the Empire.
Okay.
And so, take away their weapons, etc. Make sure they're harmless.
The most weapons you have is a few of them have a few cutlasses and machetes and stuff.
Yeah, just make sure that's not, because that's still as deadly as anything. If
Yep. You take it away from
put
them.
one through your heart.
And one guy steps forward and he goes, "The name's Sigan, and we were just transporting stuff here.
You can explain all that later.
We're
to the
nothing
proper
to
authorities.
we're nothing to do with what they're doing. We just pay to transport the coffins, the dead.
Yep, not good enough. You know what you were getting into.
He nods, steps back.
Gwendeth?
Oh, I just wanted to add that I'm
respect.
taking the boat.
But that's mine.
But I don't care. This is my boat now.
You see some agitation across these sailors. They're like, they're all looking towards like parts of the ship. Like, do they run? Do they fight?
Yeah, I mean, so I want to like make it impossible for them to run. Like, take rope, tie their hands behind their backs to their legs, and tie them to the mast, basically.
All right. So it's hard work, but they reluctantly don't want to fight you. They've just seen what you guys can do, and there's this weird golem-like creature going beep beep that they all seem to be very intimidated at. They're like,
Yeah, there's also like a 700-pound bugbear when it's grown inside.
Yeah, I mean, he did go full Hulk.
Right, so tie them all up, and then I think I'll say. Right. Well, they're not here apparently. Onwards then.
That can't be right. I tracked them here.
Well, under decks perhaps. Don't know why they would be here though.
Well, I check under decks.
Okay, so as you go under the deck, you see this place has a lot of coffins in its lower decks transported here. And other than that, they don't have much. You see that the soldiers area had like shields and arrows and spears and all kinds of weapons. But they didn't have much on them other than that. It is definitely a merchant's ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just like to do, an overall check of what is in the coffins. Just look into one or two of them.
Okay, so you peel back the lid, and in front of you is the corpse of a half-elf. Very well preserved. He's got a wound around his chest. Looks like he was hit with a very large arrow, maybe. But, however, it's very strange. His body's got like a kind of a green aura around it, like a very faint green aura. But it's definitely preserved.
Bad news, Gilda. It looks like there's a lot of coffins down there with a lot of corpses. Someone will have to explain to someone.
Yes, I don't think that's us that will need to explain it. We should hand this ship and its crew over to the authorities.
Wait.
Yeah, how well did that work last time?
What do you mean?
It over to the authorities.
I think we should just leave everything that we don't want here and take the ship.
There's larger stakes here. These are Theban rebels, and the Empire must know this and deal with it.
Yeah, we can hand them over. The ship's ours, then. That's our reward. Fuck your Empire.
You're all intelligent to know there was other ways up there. This wasn't the only path to take. There was multiple ways to go.
Yeah, what's the law like for this kind of thing? Because I presume that it's still considered stealing if we take the ship, right?
Yes, however, it's a Theban ship, and what would happen is this would go into the Silver Wharf and be auctioned off, basically. If this was found to be a rebellious ship, every sailor here would hang from Cewston Bridge, as well as like anybody involved. However, you do know that
What's the reward for the people that have commandeered the ship, then?
If you'd let me finish, I was literally about to say it.
You're boring me with your unimportant bits.
Yep. So, people who actually manage to like snuff out rebellion and rebellious nature like this are highly rewarded. Like, you remember that certain people during the war, when it first started, got actual audiences with the God King, etc., stuff like that, was able to call in favors. It's not far out of the reach that you could get a ship if you solved this, could prove the evidence, and then ask for it.
Yeah, I'll explain that then, knowing how the authorities work in a bit more of a detail, and I'll ask Landix to back me up on like what
Yes,
I know
I
from
believe
experience
you're-
being the law.
I believe your knowledge for the laws are correct, and for what it's worth, I would side with you in this matter. I think we should hand them over. Not to mention, why do we want a bloody ship for?
Her friends just lost one.
Mainly because of me, primarily. I mean, all of you
You
are at
realise
fault
we
as
get
well.
ship, I'm definitely keeping this bow, which you definitely don't deserve, for shoot her in the head.
Can you even use a bow?
I can sell it. I'm just like holding it above your head like a child.
Do remember that your children's lives are at stake here.
Hence why I'm so pissed off about her shooting this one in the fucking skull. And I'll throw Gwendolyn the bow. Actually, now he's reminded me, and he's flared me and go back up again.
You
He
hear
was
it?
the one who said that. He was the one who said that this is my ship when Gwendolyn said that we were taking it.
What are you doing with the bow?
One of the
I'm just
same.
throwing it at Gwendolyn.
All right,
I
so
catch it.
it's a very well-made elvish make bow. But Lantix, as you say, you remember that your children are here. Behind you, one of the sailors goes, "I can help if you help me." You say children? We unload.
Oh, I'm grabbing him by the throat.
Let go, please.
I'm just easy. I'll ease off enough. So like, I'll just put two fingers, like dig him into his chest. So I'm just like lifting him up more by like the collarbone.
He's like trying to.
I wouldn't expect help, but I would certainly tell him what you know.
We carry the crates up to the main room. The doctor's newest pet. She brought 2 bugbear children in a couple of days ago.
Who is the doctor?
The doctor. The orcish woman, Sismold.
Where are they now?
In her office, in her surgery.
Come show me where it is, and I'll drop him to the floor.
I'm tied down.
I'll cut them and then kick him. Go
Right.
move on.
Right, he points up to the doorway that leads out, and he says, "I'll have to go that way."
Just not regarding anything saying, and just like walking right behind him, then giving him the occasional kick, speed him up.
All right. Okay, so he begins to lead you up back into the main area. You know, the stairway that led up. You have to walk past the 4 for B and 5 for B, Thebo and guards dead on the floor. And do you want me to move you?
Yeah, I've just moved by the dead soldiers, the Thebones.
Would you like me to move everyone?
Someone needs to stay and look after the ship, I imagine.
Sure. They're tied
Nope.
down. I mean,
if they're properly tied down, I guess they'll struggle.
Yeah, Grildal's
Just
Yeah.
an automaton here or something.
Grildar's done a good job here.
Yeah.
I
Just
can leave the automaton.
Oh yeah, beat
ordering to kill anyone that tries to escape.
Guard this area, please.
beep. 2 beeps mean yes.
Yeah, he just starts patrolling around the edge of the ship.
They're shit scared of it. They have no clue what it is, but they are so frightened.
Every time it beeps once, he's just like twat it with a hammer till it beeps twice. Don't you dare tell me no.
Alright, would you like me to move you all then to where he leads you?
Please.
Yes, please.
Alright, let's get you all together.
What's the plan? Are we going for another 20 minutes or so? Because I'm busting for a piss.
Well, give me a
No.
second. Alright, so he leads you back to this room here, points towards the south door here. He says,
Hey, see that fucking door?
the doctor's office is beyond that and then another. We're not allowed to go past that door, but we know that she's got an office in there.
I'm kicking forward, like, go open it.
Alright, as you go to open the door...
As he opens the door.
He goes to open the door. That's where we'll end today's session.
All right.